Wrung out. Now just trying to hold the angle. Eliza Guardian against the... Oh, they light up! They light up! Killua clicked at the perfect time! And it's a 3!
Feels that he's either an elbow or the corner of sight. And then they walk in front of each other. That is really unfortunate to come through from Boom. On the back of that tech pause as well, going into your first gun round. That can...
But so far, positionally, still across the map. But then Killua comes in with a double kill of his own, straight in through B-Long, and that just brings the attention.
Just shot to come through from DOS9. Anything more would be great, and he gets another.
Bit of a hero play. He's been an impactful player for the team back in Stage 1, trying to bring early areas, then back into heaven, but instantly smoked off as well.
You got pain shells, flash, molly.
Set up for it at least, might be able to clear some angles with it. Pop flash to try to bait a reaction out, but Talon stays hidden. Jit Boys with a sudden peek. And it's the last player left. Shiro tries to make some space happen, but it's not.
Come back to the A site as well.
And that's kind of one of the things that we want to hearken to as well, right? I mean, Boom, yes, we do have Famous. He had the off, was great in Stage 1. But talk about talent. You've got these two players from the Academy team promoted to this point. And into Stage 2, they are no longer Greenhorns. They've been on the other side. Marching up through short, will get spotted. Second kill found by Shiro. And Cruz just trying to take the challenge, but it's not happening.
This is definitely a Thanos moment for him, isn't it? Final.
But unfortunately caught out by Primi. Showstopper just trying to blow off his head, but still Primi able to avoid it.
Oh, he got done.
The nades being tossed out. The slight crossfire could do it all, and there it is. The spray down online for an ace. If anything, Cruz trying not to give it to him, but Famous will pick it up.
Ace to be picked up. The first one of Stage 2. Maybe globally. Not sure. Cian's already started.
Yeah, Cian's. Who knows? But, well, we don't have to road for now. What it is, though, is gotta go away to come back. Famous, he might have been absent, but he's always the team from regrouping together. But Killua, having stayed hidden inside that smoke, springs out at the right opportune time. Dizzy out just to track some positions as well, while his team takes space outside of showers. And there comes the annihilation. Quick in with the fish ult as well. And it just forces Boom away. They just can't challenge this. Primi takes it down, and it's just Berserk's left. Desperate with a snake bite, but he's been cordoned off. No chance, and making his way back in. Talon will take the first map.
Berserk's there. The idea of Shiro too, I wouldn't have minded it. They kind of got to cut a couple corners here as Boom, and for Talon, it's go time in towards the side of the open though, 1-for-1.
Decent start. Great idea in trying to cycle those smokes over just to hold as well, but now the responsibility falls on towards Berserk's shoulders. It's not quite happening just yet either. Spike planted, and you've got an ult to work off of.
Yeah,
not
the
just any
lockdown.
ult.
You can use it early as well. It's going to force the hand of Boom to get up and go.
If anyone can do it, it's got to be Famous. He closes in the distance, but it's not there. The kill's not found. Thigh gets it instead. Traded off by NC Slasher. You got Cruz and the rest of the gang as well. Boom, they continue to push up despite the lockdown, and they managed to break it. 1v1 now, but Cruz off for the
map in history.
Good points to bring up there for sure. But for now, it's starting to work out incredibly well. Persia kicking things off in towards Elbow. Team trying to pick up the pieces, but it's Envy to refill that space.
Settle down though. Team secret. Player advantage all spread across the map, and that Owl drone just reveals where Envy is. It's a target on his back at the moment, but RB, he's not with Francis at the moment, so they just need to collect together, see if they can find Envy, and then maybe look to dispatch Zespew, who's close as well.
Yeah, trying to force the duel, or at least find those numbers right back, but Envy would just go a little bit aggressive to try and take the fight and catch your opponents none the wiser, but he plays patient, waits for Zespew to come toward him, and they go together at the end. The trades there if needed, but just not needed in the end, really, are they? Definitely not when it's Envy. Oh, look at it.
3 bullets all through everyone.
Okay, they're beginning to disperse now, the smokes as well. Looking for the C's, looking for the lineups. Guardian in hand.
They're going to have to go for the fight.
Time. Nongshim has to push up, and that's where it gets dangerous and dicey, but still the shots line up for Francis!
I mean, the Bulldog still gets the lineup, as I said, as I foreshadowed. One to the nil investment.
Definitely came dicey. But Francis ultimately brings it back to normalcy. Slight smiles for himself in that one. But we look to the next round with teams.
Way. Steel Garden, however, available from Devi on the opposite side.
I'd like to see Paper X just back off now. Once the ult's about to expire.
Was able to find one, turns back over towards Long. Devi going to be struck down. Something now in a 1v2. Damage onto the Yoru. Meteor low, something jumps back across, the smoke now dissipating. It seems like Meteor having the read there for a brief little moment, the turn of the flash. But ultimately they have no real idea. Strikes, the tap on the defuse, and the one tap.
They can't read where the hell he went. I like that Paper X is just grouping up here, playing for trades early. Jing just kind of screwed in that corner. That's a great double for Buzz. But again, something is gonna out Yoru him there. And then the one tap onto me.
Buzz just not looking to push the angle, lets him swing down into him. Outlaw delivers. That's the gun that they would love to collect, but Buzz on the read peak, able to find another Forsaken now. Taken down, Bulldog passed over into Patman's heads and immediately does manage to put it to use. The previous clutcher got to be cleaned up, but Buzz is looking for an ace potentially now. As he's been the one player that just hasn't really called it quits this entire map, even in that first half. Now he's looking for a little bit more. We'll see if he can find it, and he does.
I mean, they're just really picking up the pace, and Buzz is leading the charge. Like you said, he has always been seemingly reliable for at least 2 kills. And here he gets the ace. Clean. Very, very clean there.
Smoke about to expire. Buzz trying to peek in. He swings right in to death. Devi finding the kill. Steal the orb stacks. Stop them from being able to get any of these ults online. They continue to scale, but T1 quickly now rotating around towards this A side. Pivot option is available for Paper X. Depending on what they try to go for. Stack's trying to hold the door. Jing, a poke and prod, a peek, a spot on the Izu. Ultimately, nothing else found. Spike now being brought in, and Meteor cannot hold his own. DH needing to do it all. Finds the first, finds the second, something dead, but Jing and Devi bring now the rookie to be the last player standing for T1. 2 health, 3 players, and no real hope.
You know, they openly say they're coming into the day with little prep. This was T1's best chance to be able to take that win, and they were very close, you know, a 1 round different in each map. And
push up over here on the angle. Once again, Estrella dead. Double swing out into mid, flashback going to be flushed out as Ash is able to collect the kill. Texture on the reposition.
30 seconds left.
Caught by the paranoia. Re-wraps, re-peaks. And continues to find value as the
Flashback finds a nice opener, but you're gonna have to think of some way to deal with that operator. I mean, you're running a flashless comp here other than the paranoia for the side of DRX. So
go slotted forward. Munchkin, however, not peeking the angle at Long, so Mako just gonna retuck. Foxy trying to find an opener. Does end up getting taken down, but Munchkin does very much the same. Quick pick, Mako dead, Poison Orb lineup coming in. Snakebite gonna be lobbed in as well, but this is all a little bit of a ruse. Slotting forward here into backside. Shots flying from Estrella, takes his timing and gets the transfer. Munchkin just looking to dominate them here. Finds a third, neural depth invested, ping reveal out. Trying to dance around this one, but Ash still holding his own. Flashback finding one, texture slides forward.
Jen into the snakebite over on A, the fast lane on C. It looks like it's gonna be a hit. You get the overdrive baited out, but the whole time, Munchkin's just slipping into the back of B site, and they have no clue. And then he finds the perfect moment to get that 2K.
And managing to find that. Quick shot from Yudotan, swapping over the weapon. Immediately peeks and finds Chempton with a headshot. What in the hell is that? Gets himself a third, because why not? Yudotan is just right now operating on a different plane of existence. Ping reveal on a crazy guy, trying to counter spam. Yudotan once again with a 4K, this time now going to be looking for the ace, and he will have it. Welcome back from the break. Like, okay, yeah, good, nice shot, Jemkin, good one. the no scope. There's the re-peek. We don't actually have the Jumkin shot back on camera here, but good lord, Yudotan. That is so disgusting.
Side of the map.
With some noise made, Yudotan ends up swinging back onto this angle. Was actually staring over towards the vendor's spawn.
With the dimensional drift, but X-Pharaoh's got to be careful.
Clears out the trip. Yudotan making some noise, pushing forward, and just can't even track him. Into the recon send. Yudotan trying to break his way forward. Crazy guy going to be able to find one. Yudotan gets himself another 4K. It's another ace!
Take over the round, isn't he? And he does. I mean, just poor X-Pharaoh there. That is a great readjustment. That slide to break the angle. And then the overdrive tries to be countered by Monyet, and he's just done in instantly. Battle cleanly.
Well, gets straightened out, but Poppy does manage to find 2 quick kills. And he's going to commit to this one. Cosmic Divide, but has to just disrespect the bite, the jump out, and Poppy has them! What a play! What a miracle!
That's the player you've been looking for. That was so well known in the Filipino scene for being a clutch god. And that right there is one of them.
Last player standing.
A miracle is right. That is ridiculous.
One enemy.
And he just outguesses him there.
They had
own comp. Like, by the same token, if you're going to leave it in the map pool, I know that...
hit around the back, about to be a triple face, or at least a double face here in the garage. Meiy, first one to fall. Jinbung trying to flush him out. No real way to try to apply this pressure, but Jinbung!
Revealing area.
He does it again! Who's still the late linger, as Seth's making his way around. Noise being made, the push out. Depth does manage to go ahead and get that, but now Neural gets the ping reveal. Depth with his work cut out for him, but Jinbung is just too damn clean.
Wins in the kill contract. 10-10 gets the kill onto Meiy. Then Jinbung does that. He's so ready for the swing from Sugar Zero. Okay, that's not the best spray we've ever seen, but that's all right. All's well that ends well.
Like, what was this comp? Like,
Pretty trying to scale forward. Come in the opposite side. 10-10 gets the adjust and pre-fires the door. Zeta just swinging right into that one. Absolutely destroyed. Meiy with some really nice kills, but Depp still fighting back. He opens the angle. It's 10-10 jumping up over the top. Spots plenty. Wall holding them back here for the moment. Certainly some creative change-ups, but 10-10 comes up.
Depp leaves in that role, and that's what you want. Anticipating his opponents. Another sick play from Meiy. There's not much else to do at this point. Still had a flat.
Great this map, a real turnaround from map 1, but that's the same for everybody on that side of Zeta Division. Great mental reset, by the way. I mean, to go from getting absolutely destroyed to absolutely destroying is a really great, really great thing. So great.
This works out in DFM's favor. Can work out the Reckoning a little bit, or hold it onto it a little bit longer.
Reckoning the wall. Space opened up. Plant now coming through. Just sat on the slow orb for now, but Depp pushing it over at screens, able to find one. Meiy dancing around this, has him lined up. Depp and 10-10 both going to be taken down. Quickly tailwinds. Over and now drops down. 3v4. Love to try to get a res on this one, but just not the safest position for now. Send it. Meiy, however, instantly able to find clues. Eventually on for an ace. As he's gonna go for it, up and over the top, the drop down, and Meiy absolutely delivers. Sugar Zero now trying to be the hero. Am I loving it?
This is exactly what you need from Meiy. The great positioning here. The way that he changes instantly after that 2K, up in the nest, goes for the initial ADS, doesn't get it, and then goes back up to re-peak that. That is unbelievable.
Duelist on both of the maps. This was them going back to, let's play around Penny off the rip.
Yeah, the 0 point just going to confirm that Hyunmin's over towards the showers, going to dodge over the grab net, but this is looking to be a little bit speedy from Nongshim now.
Yeah, almost, but this is the quick pace play that we are all used to. straight in towards Lamps with the blast packs, and now with control over this area, it's much more difficult for DRX to try to play around. They try to set up with the Dizzy, but Francis just goes in for the kill. Triple on the board. Mako even firing right back, but that won't be enough. Hyunmin is way too low to make anything happen, while Freeing is way too far off.
You say that, but there's no shields for any of these Nongshim members. A sharp shot could do the job, but no dice on towards Persia. He's rolled the one. And now for Freeing. Oh, see what you're going to be able to fly in and find.
Maybe he can fly something in, but I don't see how he can hop over this barrier mesh. A little bit unfortunate.
It's fading.
There we go. Going over. And ultimately still surrounded. Right click from the back. B hops over. Francis, knife it.
To remove Team Secret last time, and we know for them for being the funny knifers, so sure. Let's just go with that. Importantly though here, Quack, that's the secondary pistol to come through for Nongshim on this map, so they are really...
That it's a sort of modernization of it.
Well off of the tracer rounds, but nonetheless, the spike not quite getting diffused this time. The pink shells in from Hyunmin!
Protected one is up on the ledge, but just not afforded that ability there with all the spray, just contained into the one spot. Notice a bit of the awkward play from Ivy in that dark cover there as well, just kind of sitting pretty, seeing what he could spray through it. And eventually dispatch off by Hyunmin.
Out of every bill ring out. Snoo Buzz! What an entry! Anticipated the first one on the generator.
I say
and then the next
name.
DOS9 as well, though, able to get the wallbang back through.
Good load to come out from Meteor actually here as well. You can see that Berserks is kind of aware of it, but just the time and the affordance in this situation, he cannot go sniffing for it.
Not too much. You know who is going to go sniffing? Buzz. Oh, okay. Now it's really iffy. He's getting wallbanged all the way through. Shock dart to close, clear close range.
Yeah, he was sniffing the end of his life, wasn't he there? 5 HP.
At least B-hopping into a safer spot then might be able to still do some damage. DOS9 though, short steps into a safer spot, but still the kills going into way of T1, happily holding the angles. It's just DOS9 now, who doesn't have much time left, trying to get as many kills as possible. Buzz is low, but the jumping right click
early is going to bode well for T1, I reckon. Talked about NC Slasher being the first one to need a dispatch of, removing all that utility, but the fact that Famous just doesn't even look like he reacts with that operator against Buzz there. Ooh. Gets a little bit unfortunate. This is a Famous that...
On the attacking side, it might be a little bit more troublesome for them to solve the puzzles that T1 will pose. T1 beginning to peek out onto A main.
Got to remember the style of Boom is very get to a choke point and explode, which is what they're doing right now as well. All of this utility starting to come in towards this B site. You've got the trademark that you've got to contend with, Famous and Shiro and Berserks. That is absolutely disgusting to come.
Mentioned there was a little Omen flash coming out from DH that definitely slowed Boom down, stopped them in their tracks, allowing for Buzz to get that quick peek.
They just walked into his crosshairs. He's fading away for the...
A lot of fans are very excited for this matchup.
Ooh, good amount of damage. Pushed out there. Still trying to scale forward, and Wild Oreo finds two. There's that band, both just struck down, and what started off as decent damage, a decent look is quickly gotten once again.
Yeah, this scrap early looked like it could go either way. Oh, but this raised position from Yeoman to get over the toxic screen. Incredible stuff. Great idea there.
Sees flying, showstopper at the ready, being sent. Poppy trying to go for a bit of a fake TP play, immediately gets dropped. Stun here on to Kelly S, still not under any threat though, not drop down coming through. In fact, even finds another kill.
Last player standing.
SP will get Crystal off screen, and it's going to be banned once again. It's arriving a little bit too late, unable to find anything. Gonna re-challenge into the fight, and Kelly S on.
It is just
Face your fear!
incredible. Good reads. Kelly S just says, well, I'm gonna clear the drop no matter what, Poppy, whether you TP'd or not. And again, little...
As the time is aplenty to defuse to come through, overtime not to be seen. My God, what a go of it Global has made. but they cannot give us the overtime. Team Secret, they will pick up that first map, and they will close out the third and final. This series is theirs.
Oh, Meiy, and you can see the relief here on Team Secret. Coach Meow had to be sweating bullets back there, thinking, surely not again, surely we don't take map one, we take map one. We lose the next two maps. Nope, they're just barely able to hold on. Oh my God. That was unbelievable.
Well, kind of figured that this one's going to be a wild ride. It got a little bit more wild than we could have anticipated, frankly. I mean, how was Time coming away with 2 there?
I don't know.
It went down to like 14 HP on the entry.
And he shoots the showstopper out of the air, the rays out of the air.
Oh.
And just kind of gets bumped into, and probably saw the gun barrel sticking out of the Viper's pit and could swing a little bit faster because
We both had maps in the first series against Nongshim where they really went missing, but today both of them stepping up huge and dragging Team Secret across the line.
Yeah, honestly, they did a great job. You can see just by looking at them on that stage how much of
Yep, the Haunt crunch, and well, GN getting the catch here on a Forsaken. Just continues to love playing around B main. He's not really going necessarily where they had anticipated. There's a swing out, Divide getting a spot, but Akame getting the kill. Jin now finding another as Patman's going to be struck down, and this round very quickly has gotten out of control. Something in around the back is Jing, okay. They're wrangling it. It's Jin, where does the TP to? Forward into tree. Blast packs from Jing. Bounces forward as Showstopper to try to flush him out, and he is absolutely dead to rights. Meiy now needing to do it all. Finds the kill, Spike planted, 33 health versus 45. Flashes his way into the corner, the swing out, and Jing just immediately finds the kill. A 4K to get them over the line. 13-7, Paper Rex start off this series 1-up.
yeah, this is kind of